seek and destroy. Tear through the void. Wrath unleashed, none survive. Seek and destroy. No one alive. No one alive. Fire rising, skies turn black. Feel the claws upon your back. Crimson rivers flood the ground. Unrelentless prey is found. No mercy here, no place to hide. Death is calling, you're denied. Seek and destroy. Tear through the void. Wrath unleashed, none survive. Seek and destroy. No one alive.
Well, welcome in everybody to round 9 of the Endurotech Racing Ministock Teams League. Tonight, again live from Houston Speedway. And well, round 9, it means last chance to book yourself into the finals. Who is going to make the top 6 tonight? We find out. And we set up what should be a pretty epic night of semi-final racing next week. But of course tonight, to get through an update on the current points situation. Sigma, they are locked in. P1, top of the table. So they cannot be passed tonight. So they actually are racing as well. So they will score a whole lot more points to add to that total. Fastlane, well, they still need to win tonight to lock in second place. They come up against the THD Warhawks, so even a race win in one of those 3 matchups for the fast lane should be enough to lock their spot into P2. The Rebels sitting there in P3, they are guaranteed a top 6 spot. But where will they finish up? Of course, they're up tonight first against the Expendables. You can see them currently down in 8th spot. Last week, they scored their first victory of the season over the EDR team and, well, lifted themselves off the bottom of the table. That means the Kamikazes tonight, they have a bit of a job on their hands to try and get themselves up in front of either the Expendables or EDR as they go tonight for the Kings of KSR Shield. Of course, the all KSR battle to look forward to later on tonight. So it'll be an interesting night of racing, that is for sure. Archery War, well, they just need to score as many points as they can, but they do have a very tough opposition tonight in the name of Sigma. So yeah, score as many points as you can, should lock themselves in. You look at the bottom 3 teams, they all have pretty tough tasks ahead of them. EDR's probably got the easiest because they're not racing, but they miss out on points altogether. So no doubt the boys are sitting back watching on tonight, seeing how they track to see whether they get to perhaps run off for 8th and 7th in a couple of weeks' time, or whether they will be sitting on the sidelines watching. It'll come down to yeah, the first battle and the third battle tonight. But yeah, that is the current situation. All to play for tonight for a few of those teams on that list there. So we'll wait for the action to unfold. Just a couple of minutes left in our practice session tonight. And as I mentioned, first up tonight, the THD Rebels. They will be coming up against the Expendables and what should be a fairly interesting matchup. The Rebels come into tonight as favourites in this matchup, so we'll see what happens. Anything can happen. It is teams racing, and for me, the man that they need to stop tonight is the man on your screen there, the 113. He has been fairly clinical as of late and has provided the goods to decide a couple of races that we've seen. So we'll see what happens. Can he have a good one tonight and get the Expendables right up inside the top 6, possibly even if they have a big enough win. So Hall is not lost on even making a final spot, I feel, for the Expendables, but obviously this opposition they're coming up to against tonight, the Rebels, they took a very solid victory last week over the Warhawks to claim the Jabba Memorial Shield, and they were fairly happy with their efforts after that one. The Warhawks, they'll look to try and bounce back tonight. Tough opposition for them up against Fastlane, so yeah, plenty to unfold tonight, that is for sure. But don't fear, next week, semi-final time, that is going to be an absolute ripper. Top 6 teams. And after that night, we will find out who will be racing on the finals night. Of course, next week, if you're not involved in any of the teams and you want to have a bit of a run, we're going to have a bit of a teams race between the bottom 3 teams and anyone else that wants to join in at 8 o'clock. No, it'll be 8:30 till 9. 3 races next Thursday night. So all you need to do is make sure you're part of the league and you'll be able to access that race. We've decided to run that just in case we have any protests that need to be looked at from any of those minor semi-finals. So yeah, if you're tuning in, you're not part of the league, you want to have a go at a bit of fun teams racing, your opportunity is next Thursday night. Get amongst it. We'll get into our action here tonight. The first matchup, the Expendables. Can they build some more momentum off last week? They had a great run against the EDR team. EDR came out strong. The Expendables, they finished them off in convincing fashion in the second and third race to lift themselves out of that last spot and give them a slight chance of grabbing the 6th spot on the table. A lot's going to have to go their way. But hopefully by the end of tonight we'll be able to tell you who is unofficially racing in our minor semi-finals next week. Set our overlay right. The cars will head around the track 1 lap and we'll get ready to go racing in our first race of the night. Stand and start 12-lap races. Next week we go up to 15-lap races. Oh, Expendables racing as a 3? Well, that is going to be tough. Tough ask. Straight away. The Rebels possibly rubbing their hands together here. They're looking for a good points haul and a good dominating run tonight to set themselves up for a minor semi-final race, likely against the Fastlane team. The minors next week likely to face Archery War if it all plays out. Let's go racing though, race 1. Yarnmart from the front. Oh, and we're underway. They let them go. And Big Pop in the 72. He's straight into the 666. And oh, Matthews comes in. And he's decided we're going to go straight away. Gets into the 72 and turns him. But out front, McEwen. A nice clean start. He's got Miller chasing him down. But Blake Johnson and Kinton are right there and look for the 39 to have a crack. Oh, big pops in there. Oh, big contact with the inside fence for Johnson. And it's Kinton who's been turned in the Expendables. They got to get out to an early lead here in race number 1. Zach Martin, 3 cars. 4 laps in, make it 3 laps into the race. Leading it out for the Expendables. The Rebels sit back in 2nd and 3rd. Miller will sit in 4th spot. And here is Miller now. He's going to go a lap down. Johnson's going to wait for the race leader. Oh, that's Miller over. Big Lynn scared and he's going to be gone from the race. So all of a sudden the Expendables now left with 2 cars. And where is a runner for the Rebels at the moment? Kyle Matthews, a man on a mission, turned around. Zach Martin now on the back of Johnson, turns it up. And well, the loss of Miller, that is going to be huge because odds well stacked against you now. Big Pop, he's not going to be quick enough to get into him. Kinton, he's got Johnson now in front of him, turns him nicely. Kinton's going to get through and into the lead. And McEwen will follow them through. It's a numbers game, but check out Matthews. Gets into the 72. And Zach Martin is not going away in this one. Oh, has McEwen possibly got a bit of damage here? He's slowed up. That is interesting. He's let Kinton go. It's going to be 1v1 out front for the meantime as McEwen now. A fair way back. Kinton comes in. You'll be wondering where his help is at the moment. McEwen's now on the scene into the 113. And here go the Rebels. Zach Martin currently sits about 5 seconds behind. He's got McEwen. Oh, big shot to the back of the 26. But Johnson's got him. Has put him in the fence. And McEwen, he's going to carry on, but that front left has seen better days. Kinton, in the meantime, has put Zach Martin a lap down. He's looking to go round the 113. Oh, and he does exactly that. Martin will grab his lap back momentarily as he gets put to the infield. The 72, he needs to move. He cannot sit there, holding him on the infield. Meantime, it's Kinton out front leading it. And yeah, the 72 here, not good, holding the car on the grass. As Kinton leads it. The 145 with McEwen in second. It's going to be a numbers game. And Matthews here, he threw everything at it. It's not going to be enough in race 1, but that lead car for the Expendables certainly been held up illegally there on the infield. And that will be a 1-2 finish for the Rebels. And the Expendables, they will get a fairly good points haul out of that. Well, Sam Miller didn't finish, so Blake Johnson will actually get the last points. Better get that one right. So unofficially one. So we've got 152, 45 unofficially to the Rebels there. So the cars get ready for race number 2. Of course, if it's the first time tuning in, each matchup, the teams do 3 races each, best of 3. That's the best we can do with the format that iRacing allow us to run here. It's the power tripping plate. What's that for, mate? Kempy? You mean the plate that's only between the 2 THD teams? The Kings of KSR one is on the line tonight. I believe that's Bianca in the chat. Oh, Jubba. No, that's bloody only a THD battles, mate. Sort it out. So we get set to go racing for the second race. We only got 3 Rebels here? What is going on? Kinton's sitting in the pits still, so possibly decided that they'll run 3 versus 3. Interesting. Or has Kinton got himself... Oh, here he goes. He's woken up. He's made it back to the PC. And we're going to get set to go for our second race between the Expendables and the Rebels. And you would not read about it. McEwen lines up on the pole. Zach Martin to his inside. Matthews will line up on the outside of row 2 with Blake Johnson to his inside. Sam Miller will go inside row 3 and just feeds it to him on the grid. Kinton will line up next to him, and then it'll be Big Pop off the back for the THD Rebels, set to go. Second race of the night. Who will take this one? It's the Expendables. They need to get as many points as they can to try and hold the Kamikazes at bay as well. As Big Pop gets him around. That'll be Miller, who gets turned out front. Meantime, it's Johnson, and McEwen comes in for the big hit. Likely to be dealing with a bit of damage after that one. Heavy contact with the fence, and Matthews into the 145. Who's going to keep going? Oh, big shot coming in from Zach Martin. Just collects the back of Kinton, turns him around, but it's McEwen out front in the 26, leading the way from Sam Miller at the moment, now with Kyle Matthews to deal with. And we've seen what the 113 can do, doing a brilliant job here. It's going to open the door for Miller, who in return has left himself open. Big Pop up into the 666. And there's McEwen, gets him around. Oh, and that's another heavy shot on the right front of the 26. As Miller turns it around, it's 1-2 for the Rebels. Sam Miller in the 666. Got a whole lot going on ahead of him. Kyle Matthews looks like he's contained for the meantime by the 72 of Yanmar. Zach Martin, sits the wrong way, nowhere to go for the 72. As he is just trying to tie up Matthews here at the moment. Comes down in front of Miller. And Miller, almost gets himself stuck. He'll get himself around, back out on the track, but it's Johnson out front. It's 1, 2, 3 at the moment for the Rebels. 9 laps in. And that's the 135 of Zach Martin, currently 6 in P5. He's 2 laps down though, and Sam Miller 1 lap down on the race leader. And the Rebels at the moment 1, 2, 3 is Kinton firing shots on the 113. Johnson, you'll look for a way past here. And he gets into the, he's got to almost turns himself around there. Kinton distracts him good enough, and it's 1, 2, 3 still at the moment. Miller, he's going to claim the 3rd spot late, and this one is Kinton. He's just dropped off a little bit. Big shot. That looked like that was on Yanmar. And look out next corner, Johnson. He gets through. He is going to be under attack here. 1 to go. McEwen will come round, and he's still into Miller. So Miller now on the lead lap. But your race leader right there, McEwen in the 26. He's got 3 and 4 to go, and he will claim a race win for the Rebels in race number 2. The Rebels will come home. What looks like a 1, 2, 3 finish. The Expendables will round out the point scoring positions, 4th and 5th for them. That will be 165.30 to the Rebels. In a convincing race. So warm up in now. We'll just get into the third race between these two teams. Of course, coming up next, I believe we've got the return of Sigma after their bye. A couple of drivers down tonight actually as well, so I know that Luke Dilworth and Willie McLoone won't be present. Shouldn't hold their progress too much though, sitting top of the table. Cannot be passed. They lock down that number 1 seed going into the major semi-finals for them. So we wait for the cars to get on the grid and we'll get going. Last race between these two. And the Expendables, I believe, they have now passed EDR. On the points, possibly. I'll have to double check that. Only scored 75 points. Let's see what happens here. Final race between these two teams. And possibly what could be the whole this season. Go through the points while we're changing servers. South Island TQ title, eh? Into it, out at Nelson, I assume there, Kempy. It's the field come around. We'll get set. Heard it's Peter Barry's this weekend too. Off the front, it looks like it's same old for the Rebels. McEwen will line up off the front with Matthews to his outside. Miller and Big Pop off row 2, Kinton and Martin, and then off the back it will be Blake Johnson. We are set to go. The race number 3. Crunch the numbers after, but we're underway. McEwen out to the early race lead. He's got Matthews hunting him down though. Expect a shot here. Goes underneath him. McEwen saw it coming. Oh! Smart racer there from these two cars. Matthews though sort of drops back a little bit to the clutches of the 72 and the 113. He has a big look up the inside. He'll take the race lead. Leading the way for the Expendables. The Rebels at the moment sit 2nd and 3rd with Janmar and McEwen side by side, and Janmar, he's slows down and oh, he's going to put the 135 up and over, and that is his race done. A shot there from the 72. His signature move, you could call it. Dispatched the 98 in similar fashion last week. And Matthews, though, still leads the way, but it's the Rebels 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th at the moment. Big Pop on the job here. Holds the 113 up for a little bit. And if we, in fact, lost Miller as well, no, Sam Miller out there as well. So it looks like Matthews, if he's going to win this one, he's going to have to do it on his own. Sam Miller at the moment is still running out there. Looks like McEwen will keep an eye on that margin. McEwen's actually catching him slowly but surely at the moment. Oh, Miller's turned it on now. He's decided we're going to have a crack at these red cars and try and hold them up, because Kyle Matthews' teammate 8 laps in, he's still leading the way there for the Expendables. The third race between the Expendables and the Rebels. Line and wait, it looks like the 72 up ahead. Matthews has done a great job again. He's going to be able to get past him. But look out, turn 3. Is he going to be close enough for a big shot? He's not. Kyle Matthews, everyone chasing him at the moment. And Miller lies in wait, and he's got to get the race lead, or the front lead car for the Rebels. And Kyle Matthews here. It's 4 versus 2. Can Kinton slow the progress of the 113? Matthews has got this thing dialed in. Oh, he's been held up a bit. Johnson now into the race lead. We've only got 2 to go. The 39 snuck into the race lead. Is Miller anywhere? Lying in wait. It's the white flag. 1 to go now for Johnson. Here's, oh no, oh boy. Oh, yeah, hate to see it. That was terrible from Sam Miller, as Kyle Matthews unofficially takes the race win, but that was, yeah, not a very good piece of driving at all there from Sam Miller. Head on into the race leader. And yeah, no good. Maybe he doesn't know the rules. Maybe he wasn't joking when he was on Discord earlier. But anyway, we'll go get ready for race 2 or our next matchup. Hold fire while I change into the server.
Stream billboards burning like brands, children trading gas masks for handfuls of sand. Sirens carved into the concrete, dead screens glow in the rain. Laugh tracks in the distance over fields of flame. I watched the last white star fall through the smoke. You asked if this was fate or just a joke. Welcome to through the hazmat, dogs howl over the drones. Cathedrals full of passwords and uncharged phones. Gold teeth glitter in the ashes, rich men boarding their graves. We toast the final sunrise from underground caves. You held the broken cross like a machine. I kissed your shaking hand, said, wake from the wake from the train. Welcome to Armageddon. Welcome to Armageddon, where the Welcome to Armageddon.
Well, welcome back. A fair bit to unfold. Well, unpack from that previous race. As, well, I'll tell you what, protests absolutely flying in already. So no doubt we're going to have one each way from that race. I'm expecting one from the Expendables as well from race 1 in that matchup. So race 2, sorry. So we will hold fire and just say all unofficially the results from that one, 400 to 185. But that is, yeah, very, very unofficial at this stage because there has been a protest on what we called live straight away. So no doubt there'll be a protest for the race before as well. So, yeah. Guess we'll be handing out some more protest cups next week to some of these teams. As we saw in the first race, the lead car, or it might have been the second one, the lead car for the Expendables was held on the infield for several laps there. He could not turn around or do anything. And the rules are, as soon as you put someone on the grass, you must not hold them on the grass. And then we saw the dubious shot on the race leader for the Rebels there as he just ploughed straight into him head on, and that is obviously not allowed to do that either. So we'll hold fire on those results from our first matchup, and I guess it is going to be a sign of what's coming in the semi-finals, I suppose. And it's probably a good reason why we've put the a race in between. But this one, set to go, of course. The Archery War team at the moment, they sit 6th equal on the table with EDR. EDR, of course, have the bye. So, let's see. Let's see as they're fired up in the chat. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. And no doubt the chat will be going off tonight. That is for sure. We got just over 4 minutes to go. And unofficially, the Expendables, they scored 185. So, unofficially, that does lift them above both Archery War and EDR. That's all unofficial though, folks, because, yeah. All unofficial. Unofficially, the Expendables go above Archery War and EDR. It's going to mean that EDR unofficially will need to score 125 points here against Fastlane to put themselves back into the top 6. EDR now they drop down to 7th or 8th place, sorry, unofficially. The Kamikazes, when they come up against KSR later, they need to score 180 points to pass EDR. So the points table shuffling around, and yeah, after that race, there's probably not much point in talking about those points because they're definitely going to change. But it's certainly screaming out to be a weekend job. As we get set here, Sigma Simsports course. Unstoppable this season. They have only dropped one race the whole season against the Rebels and have a commanding points lead at the moment, 3,305 points on the table. And yeah, Archery War, they would have been watching that race before. Put everything you have on Sigma. They're not $0, mate. It's just, they're not even paying money. It's just an absolute scam, the THD odds. So, yeah, stand fire. Stand fire. Stand by. As the inbox could get pretty busy tonight. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. I don't know if that's an official protest. I don't know if what's going on in that chat at the moment. I think someone's trying to stop the protest coming in, but we'll wait. We'll stand by. We got a couple of minutes to go in this one. An archery war, like I said, they need to score 125 points against Sigma tonight to get themselves above, unofficially get themselves above the Expendables. So we'll see. We'll wait for the outcome. I believe I haven't received anything from the Expendables as yet, and in fact they've all gone, so we will see. We will see what happens. Of course, it didn't really matter that THD dropped that last race. They still scored 400 points. They're still going to lock them in to that third place on the table, because now the job for KSR, let me just quickly work this one out in the background, because now the Rebels go to 2,860. And that will mean that they have too many points. I believe we're going to need to see a record score from KSR. Yeah, 605 points KSR. They're going to need 610 points against the Kamikazes to get up above the Rebels. So the Rebels now unofficially are all locked in to third place on the table. They actually have jumped above Fastlane, but Fastlane, they've still got 3 races to go tonight. Looking for a clean sweep of the Warhawks, but Warhawks, they'll be out for war, no doubt about it. Just dealing with the message here. So, checkered flag out in our practice session. And yes, we have got one. So we start gridding up. We will wait for the timer to run down the cars. We'll do one lap around. As confirmed, we have got a protest from the Expendables. Which, in fairness, I think that was race 2 where we saw the Rebels get 1, 2, 3, so it's not going to change the outcome of the race too much in that one. But we will keep you posted on the official results. They should go up at some stage over the weekend, Sunday or Monday night. We'll look to confirm the race results. So the teams now, they'll line up and get ready for the first race between these two teams. Remember, archery war, they need to score 125 points. They are going to get back up in front of the Expendables. Oh, that was a good end for end, Lockie. That had me going in the comms box in the old Indy cars on Tuesday night. Sensational lid skid. It's the field start gridding up. I missed actually who got pole for this one, but it looks like we're going to have Corey crossing off the front anyway. In the 10, Simmons will start to his outside. We've got the 819 of Stone lining up next to him, Aiden Gregory. go back to the 13 of Thomas. And he will have Jamie Harding lining up next to him. And off the back row, it'll be Bryce Harding and what looks like Russell Gander. So we are set to go. Race number 1 between Sigma and Archery War. And I know we got some admin in the chat watching at the moment, so just note that that was protested at the time. So we're set to go. We'll wait for the green from the admin and we'll get racing in the first one between Sigma and Archery War. Simmons sets off in the 157. Archery War, they got numbers out in this one. Oh, Thomas hard into the fence. Simmons turns the 41 of Gregory. But out front, it is Corey Crossan and Jamie Harding. The super sub in the 171 sits P2 at the moment, and P3 now. For Sigma, it's Aiden Gregory. And on the back foot early is Archery War, and they are going to have to get a big points haul here, because I don't think 4th and 5th in each race is going to be enough. I will confirm the time. Yeah, 8:02, 7:59. Jamie. So here goes. Oh, turned around in the background. That was some lap cars, in fact, as Thomas facing the wrong way. He's got Bryce Harding, who tonight is getting some practice in. Simmons sits on the pole line, can't go anywhere for the meantime. But it's Sigma 1, 2, 3. They get past the 819, who has a late shot. The 819, it is Daniel Stone. Simmons gets into Gregory. Oh, and a big shot from the 819 goes through everyone into the fence. And it's 1, 2, 3 still at the moment for Sigma. Corey Crossan. You wouldn't be able to take the running job off this guy. He called it from before the season even got away. There's no way he's blocking out front at the moment, leading the way for the Sigma team. Turns the block car around. We will jump on board with him here. So he makes his way around. Well, inside, in fact, Daniel Stone in the 819. The race leader looking comfortable at the moment. Corey Crossan. He's got a bit more traffic up in front of him. Looks like it's the 265 of Gander, who at the moment is P4, is Harding now. Moves up into P5. We stay on board. There's just a few laps to go. For our race leader, Crossan. Dominating performance again here from the Sigma team. The 157 gets turned around. Harding still back in second. Goes round the 157. He's held him up momentarily though. Oh! Bit more contact, and Crossan, in fact. He is, what's he gonna do here? Sits here, just waiting, checkered flag waving. He'll take the win. Jamie Harding will come home second. Aiden Gregory in third, and you wouldn't read about it. Bryce Harding is gonna come home fourth, a top 4 finish for Sigma Simsports and Archery War. At this point, could be needing a miracle out there. That is a massive, massive points haul. 185 points to 10. Are we going to see some records tonight for the most amount of points so far? Fastlane, they have bragging rights for that. But Sigma here, looking to take those away and possibly grab a record points haul tonight. The final round of qualifying. Well, either way, the table is going to have a big shake up towards the bottom. Who is going to make that top 6 spot? There's going to be a fair bit of chat over that first round of racing tonight to unfold. No doubt about it. I thought maybe one could have possibly cancelled the other one out. We may not have seen any protests, but yeah. Nonetheless, we get set for our second race here between Sigma and Archery War. I guess points being needed tonight. There was a high possibility of protests. So we get set. Off the front, it'll be the 79er Harding with a Stone to his inside. No one wants to take row 2 for Sigma at the moment. Crossan, he's sitting there just waiting. In fact, the 10 possibly going to come down and join it. Nah, he says, well, I'm going to make everyone wait. No, Stone, there you go, needs to go to the outside. So the 819 rolls to the outside. He'll line up next to Harding. Go back to the 2 of Phil King. He will line up next to the 10 of Crossan. The 13 of Thomas. Oh, what is going on here? All sorts of trickery going on at the moment. We'll wait for them to sort it out. We could run out of time before we even get underway. Here in this one. Looks like we've got about 2 minutes so far gridding up. We're going to just start them 3 wide. Why not? So we've got things sorted this time. Good to go. We got there in the end. Gregory King off row 2. 13 it'll be Thomas. And Crossan, and off the back Harding and David Simmons. To seat 5 the runners tonight for Archery War. As we get underway, race number 2. Nice clean start. Stone turned around Thomas. To the outside, Phil King's kind of looked to come through to the race lead. But look out, cheers for the raid, Captain Keith. Turn here on the 2, up the fence. And that could be the end of Phil King. Will he get back on his wheels? He does. Able to carry on. Jamie Harding out front now for Sigma. Simsports leading the way. With Aidan Gregory in behind. Corey Crossan sits P3. Bryce Harding sits in 5th, and he's going to look for the shot on the 819 surely to turn him round and go 1, 2, 3, 4 again in the running, and he gets into him, gets him around. Sigma take up 1, 2, 3 and 4 in the running order. Thomas comes in for a shot, couldn't get to him. Phil King now will look to try and turn him around. Is able to, no, couldn't quite do it, and Harding holds on for the meantime. And Bryce Harding up into the fence. Stone will go through into P4. Top 5 scoring points in this one, but it is Harding out front from Aidan Gregory. Corey Crossan sits P3. Stone at the moment your lead car for Archery War, and Bryce Harding, he's decided to have a bit of fun. Turns the 2 of Phil King around. He is a lap down at the moment, trying to track down Daniel Stone, who's just up in front here. Oh, a bit of friendly fire for Archery War. Stone back out on track, but here comes Harding. No, in fact, it's your race leader, Aidan Gregory. Gets into the side of Daniel Stone, but he's able to carry on with 10 laps in. Shot incoming from the 79 of Bryce Harding. Can he turn him? Does. Gets him around. Oh, we've got the race leader, was race leader, Aidan Gregory, momentarily stuck on the pole line there. And you can just see it at the moment. Sigma trying to set that 1, 2, 3, 4 finish up as Aidan Gregory goes through. He'll put himself into P4, and they've got just one more lap to go in it for our race leader, Corey Crossan. Doing a great job for Sigma Simsports. And surely he'll get it through 3 and 4, take the race win. And we're going to see another 1, 2, 3, 4 finish for the Sigma team. And Stone will round out the point scoring positions. Well, is it laggy at the moment, the stream, or are we good? Sorry, I was a bit busy there. 185.10. Are we good? Oh, well, hopefully things are alright. Is it laggy? Yes, it looks fine on my phone. Has it been laggy all night? Oh, well, we'll see what happens in the next one if I have to do a quick restart or something after this one. Hopefully the issues, whatever they were, are gone. Someone trying to steal my Macca's Wi-Fi or something. I don't even think we can see a car on the infield at the moment. Well, warm-up session has been advanced. Hopefully things come right. Maybe someone's stray missiles hit a internet provider or something. How are we, Darren? Well, hopefully this time there's no lagging. Otherwise, if there is, I will try and restart in between the next lot of races, see if that solves the issue or not. It's the cars now up on grid. Let's see if it can hold out for us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 for Sigma so far. See what they can do. The next one. Hopefully the issues have gone away. We're about to find out. Oh, looks like it is no good. Well, let me know. We'll see what we can do. We'll try and get through this race. And if I have to do a quick restart of the stream, that is exactly what I will do. Funnily enough, it looks fine on my phone, but cars gridding up as we speak. Race number 3 between Sigma and Archery Warren. Check this out from Stone. Pushes them all the way down to the pole line. Corey Crossan We'll start from the bottom. It wasn't you. Oh, good. All right, set to go. Race number 3, Sigma and Archery War. I'll try and keep an eye on the chat as we go through this one. Can Sigma claim another 1, 2, 3, 4? We're underway. Nice clean start for Corey Crossan on Stone. He's turned around early in this one. Aidan Gregory will go into P2. King sits P3. Simmons, he's there as well, and they know it's really now or never for Archery War. They need to get as many points as possible in this one. Can they do it? Can they claim a handful of points? Of course, a whole lot to decide from our previous matchup. But it is Sigma out front, 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Leading it out, it is Aidan Gregory from Cross and Jamie Harding. Sits in P3. Simmons, or Stone in fact, has made some moves here up to P3. Simmons will join him in 4th. Race leader now, Jamie Harding, is Bryce Harding. Goes to work. Oh, big shot on his teammate there, Russell Gander. Took all of that hit as Stone. P3 in the race at the moment, the lead car for Archery War. Gets turned around. Oh, and Simmons is going to launch it. Where did he end up? He's on the infield. Carries on. Jamie Harding is still leading it out. We're half race distance with Crossan. Just in behind, Aidan Gregory sits P3. Oh, shot on Gander there, turns him around. And Bryce Harding in this one, he's a lap down. Oh, big right turn from Phil King on the race leader. And that has held him up. Has he got him stuck? No, able to back down and carry on. It'll just like that. Corey Crossan out into the race lead. Aidan Gregory sits P2. P3, it'll be Jamie Harding. Stone. Someone hacking the paywall. Stone sits 4th from Simmons, and look out because here comes Bryce Harding. Couple of laps down. But he's on the run here. He's going to run out of time. They won't be able to claim a 1, 2, 3, 4 here, I wouldn't think. Mind you, Cozza here, he's just cruising around, waiting for that 79 to perhaps claim a 1, 2, 3, 4 as here goes Crossan on the blocks here. He's going to turn the 819 of Stone as Aidan Gregory. Where is Harding? White flag in the air. Simmons. He sits P4. It's not going to be enough. It's Crossan for the win. Harding home in 2nd. Aidan Gregory will take 3rd, and Simmons will claim some points. Sigma 1, 2, 3. Archery War 4th and 5th. So it'll be 165-30 unofficially to Sigma in that one. And well, Archery War, they only came away with 50 points. So now the big one is up next. Stand by as we get ourselves into the next server and get ready for the next matchup of the night. Welcome back. Third matchup of the night. It is the KSR Kamikazes coming up against the KSR Speed Nation team. And I'll tell you what, this now has become a pretty important matchup. The Kamikazes, it's pretty simple. They need to score 180 points to relegate the Enduro Tech racing team to the bottom of the table. And well, at the moment, it's looking like we've only got 3 Kiwi Sim Racing Speed Nation drivers, and for the purpose of this stream, or this matchup, we're going to call the red and white cars the Kamikazes, and these guys here will be KSR, the white and blue team, obviously both representing Kiwi Sim Racing. And well, of course, tonight, going on the line, the Kings of KSR Shield. And well, at the moment, with just over 90 seconds to go, KSR are going to go into this one a man down, and the Kamikazes are on pole. So there we go, Hayden Kirk. It was Northway, he's just joining the server now, so I don't know if Hayden Kirk's watching it all, but that streak has continued for the Kiwi Sim Racing team yet to win a coin toss this season. Round 9 now. So we called it. So we got some predictions in the chat now. Admin Tomo looks like he is on the job there. Overall winner, who will it be? The Speed Nation team or the Kamikazes? I'm not sure how he's... KSR or KSR but red. There you go. Who's it going to be? Kamikazes, because Robert Northway has just entered the survey. Our lap time is probably going to show him as a completely random coloured car, but KSR Speed Nation team will have a full lineup, and I can confirm unofficially Sigma Simsports in that last matchup unofficially have scored the most points by any team on a race night. 535 points to 50 unofficially. So Archery War, they will definitely be sitting back looking with interest as to what happens between the Rebels and the Expendables. As far as points go on those ones, it could be just you done that, let's just keep the result as it is. We'll wait to see the thoughts when we get a bit of time to go over that. But gridding up for the first race tonight, Battle of KSR, of course. The Speed Nation team, they can do no better than 4th on the table. So we'll see how they approach this one. Will they let the Kamikazes perhaps score the necessary points? I very much doubt it. This is going to be war, surely. Hey, the final, well, the final, providing both you two make the final, that hasn't been yet, Brady. So boys get another crack at it. Of course, they are up next, up against the Warhawks, and then it is the big time next week, semi-final time. I don't know if you're still in the chat there, Darren. If you are, next Wednesday night at 8:30 to 9 o'clock, there's going to be a server set up where the bottom 3 teams are going to be in there racing. So if you're interested, just make sure you're part of my league, and you'll be able to see that server between 8:30 and 9 o'clock and jump in and have a bit of fun with the bottom 3 teams. We've just set up a bit of a half an hour break from the minor semi-finals to the major semi-finals, just in case we get any protests and they need some going over. So you're more than welcome to join in. Yes, absolutely you can. Anyone who is watching, you just need to be part of my league. And you have to join that 8:30 server. It'll go up at 8:15. But there'll be more information on my Discord, of course, and on Facebook throughout the week around what is happening around those minor semi-finals. And yeah, just make sure you join my league on iRacing and be able to access that third server next Thursday night as we get underway here in the battle of KSR. It's Craig Brock out to an early lead, but watch out for the 51 of Pluck. He's going to have a shot, turns him around, and the 51 will head into the race lead. Craig Brock, more attention there from Doherty, but he's turned himself around. And the Kamikazes here on a mission at the moment, sitting second and third. Watson trawling the pole line. In fact, he's going to get going, and hey, he will sit and wait for the 76 of Craig Brock. Gets up behind him, gets into the back of him. Oh, nice reverse spin there. But Watson's got him pinned against the fence, and oh, Mannering is around at the hands of Northway. And hopefully the lagging hasn't come back. But it's out front, the 51 of Pluck, a shot again in the background. That was Watson into Paul McKenzie in the 36. The Kamikazes at the moment sit third and fourth, with KSR out 1 and 2 at the moment. Pluck and Northway as we just watch Watson go to work here on the runners for the Kamikazes. And is this... Oh, Heath Mannering out of shape, trying to get into the 51. As here's Brock, he says, I'll have a go. And this is pretty much what we expected. A fair bit going on out there at the moment. KSR now sit 1, 2 and 3 in the race. Pluck leads it from Robert Northway. Doherty sits P3. What a shot going in there from Watson in the 45. A blocking machine at the moment. That'd be good if they stopped blocking their own, you reckon? Oh, how good. We've seen plenty of friendly fire throughout this one. Oh, it's a big shot on Brock! And Aaron Watson saw the shot, took the shot, and that will remove Craig Brock from the race. And all of a sudden, Brock is gone. Heath Mannering will sit fourth, and Paul McKenzie, he will move up into fifth. We got a couple to go though. Race leader now. Oh, it looked like he was going to have a go. Found the pole line, thought better of it. The 36 now. Tried to get him, not successful. Plucked, 1 lap to go. And the 51 leads it from Northway, Justin behind him. Through 3 and 4, and he will claim the checkered flag, and it'll be 1-2 by the looks, because Heath Mannering, he's got himself up into third. And Doherty should come home in fourth, and McKenzie will... Yeah, he has crossed the line. Yes. So 1, 2, 4 for the KSR team. Fourth, third and fifth. That will give them a 160-35 unofficially to the Speed Nation team. So the Kamikazes, they came into this one needing 180 points, currently have 35. EDR, they will be watching on with interest here. Husitz, we're still... go look for league number 11705 in iRacing. I'm pretty sure that's the number. And you'll be able to find it. Just put in an application and I will accept that before I get off the PC tonight. So we get set to go for our second race. Yeah, 11705, the league number. All my league racing is done through there. The field, Northway turns it around on the formation lap. It's Doherty. He is going to line up on pole here for the Speed Nation team to his outside. Oh. Okay. He says, nah, we're not going to do this one. We've lost Doherty for some reason. Possibly, no, he's, oh, he must be sitting out. There we go. We've got 5 cars as Hayden Kirk has made an appearance. He must have just scraped into the server in time. So here we go, set for the second race between KSR Speed Nation and KSR Kamikazes. Underway. And Watson has got away to a good start here. Craig Brock again is looking to take the running role for the Kamikazes. Heath Mannering sits in behind him. Pluck just escorts him wide. And we'll get up into P3 now and try and track down the 76. But for Watson at the moment, he's plain sailing out front. He's got the 80 of Pinckney. Turns him around and Craig Brock will go up the inside into the race lead. But he has some hungry cars in behind the 51 of Pluck. And look out, turn 3, because here it comes. Not quite close enough. Pinckney just in the way enough to prevent the hit there, but Pluck, he'll get through the next block car lying in wait. Craig Brock though carries on out front, looking for a win here, a much needed race win too for the Kamikazes. Matt Pluck sits P2, got Watson in 3rd, Mannering in 4th, Northway, and oh, that's not going to help the causes there. Mackenzie stuck on the pole line. Here's Mannering, goes in looking, he's turned it around. Oh, someone really needs to knock the 36 off the pole line there, running a car down at the moment. Craig Brock still leading the way. He's going to have 5 to go next time by. For the race leader, Mackenzie's been freed up. He's away again. Hayden Kirk. He is, well, not sure what was going on there. He's managed to get underway again, but the 76, he still leads the way. Pinckney has a big go at Watson. Couldn't get to him. And here's Brock. Turns Northway beautifully. He's going to have a few to go. And here comes Watson up into 2nd now. Look out, turn 3. Lines it up. He's not going to be close enough. He'll pull him in a bit closer. At turn 1. Will he have a big look? There's cars all over the track here. Craig Brock's got to try and pick his way through. He'll get through Northway, but Watson in the meantime has got to the race lead. It's 12 laps in. 2 to go for your race leader. Craig Brock still holding down P2 at the moment, doing a good job. Kirk though, this could be big. Turn 3, hold on, gets to the back of him, turns him around. Meantime, your race leader has the white flag. Oh, Pinckney launches to the infield. And Watson will get it done. Craig Brock here needs to get home in P2 at least. for the Kamikazes. He's going to be able to do that. Oh, Pluck! Who was that over? It's Kirk. Paul McKenzie. Oh boy, everyone else, they do get home. It's a 1-3-5 for KSR. The Kamikazes, though, pick up some much needed points there. Oh, well, what a finish that one was. The Speed Nation team, they will come away with 135 and the Kamikazes 60. So, well, they need the race win badly in the next lineup to qualify, well, to knock EDR out of that 8th spot on the table at the moment. 95 points required, another 85 for the Kamikazes. Search THD Simsports Productions in the leagues, it should pop up. Cars now out on track, quickly into our final race, and that'll lock that Kings of KSR Shield away for the Speed Nation team. Scored 295 points to taking out 2 of the races. Yeah, I'm not sure, because it was right at the end, I couldn't get time to get a replay up for us there, Bryce, but it certainly looked entertaining. All I know is that you hit that pole line hard enough and it certainly launches you into the air, so possibly. Here we go, race number 3. Yeah, good work, Tomo. Here we go, final race between the 2 KSR teams. Can the Kamikazes grab a win here? They need it in this next race. A race win would see them knock EDR down to 9th on the table. Anything less, they are not going to be able to do it. They're going to need if they don't win it, they literally have to come home 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. So let's go. The final matchup set to go. Craig Brock underway. Will lead them again into turn 1. Could this be? Oh, almost over. Almost over, not quite. But Hayden Kirk, meantime, skipped out to the race lead. Doherty, he will sit P2. Of course, Ben Doherty last night claimed around 1 of the NSCAR Cup Championship. Done a great job, and I'm pretty sure that's what happened in that last race. You're still watching, Bryce. We're launching over the pole line there as Kirk leads it from Doherty. This could be done and dusted for the Kamikazes here. They're going to have to roll them over if they've got any hope of getting up past EDR in the points. But it is still Hayden Kirk. Here's Craig Brock, going to work on the race leader. Kirk gets into him, turns him around. He's able to carry on. Don't forget, Monday night too, we got the National Midget title over at VRA, I believe. Set to go on Monday. I hope I haven't jumped the gun there. Up front, it's Kirk from Doherty. Paul McKenzie sits 3rd, Mannering in 4th. As Mannering's got all sorts of issues here, and that is with the 51 of Pluck. They just get together. The race leaders find a way through the carnage here in this one. We're 8 laps in. And Kirk again. The Kamikaze's throwing everything at them. And Paul McKenzie, he's right there at the moment in 3rd. He moves up to 2nd now. Will Kirk have a shot? You better believe it. There's a big look at the 36. He's going to get turned for his troubles as well. And it's still a 1-2 for the meantime. Ben Doherty out front in the number 2, leading the way for the Speed Nation team. Just a few laps to go for your race leader. And the Kamikazes, they are looking in trouble here. And EDR are going to unofficially grab their 8th spot on the table. And who will they race? We will find out in due course. It's Kirk in the 371, just turns Mannering around again. Shot here from Pinckney, it's not going to be enough, it'll be white flag for Ben Doherty in the 2. In fact, he's going to come through 3 and 4, and he will grab the race win for the Speed Nation team. Hayden Kirk, he's going to bring it home 2nd. McKenzie will take 3rd, Mannering will take 4th. And rounding out your field, it'll be Robert Northway for the KSR team. That'll be 150 to 45 points. And well, the Kamikazes, they're going to come up just short, and EDR, they will be seen in the final week of racing when they will race someone for 8th and 7th. I cannot confirm who it will be until we sort out our first matchup of the night. But we will get set for the final race tonight. I will be back fairly shortly. All right. Let's go racing. Final time tonight. And there is some sort of working out to do in the points. I can tell you that final race just before, unofficially, the Speed Nation team picked up 445 points to the Kamikazes, 140, and they'll fall just 40 points shy of the EDR team. The question marks will basically remain around the Expendables and where Archery War finished up. Of course, Archery War, they only managed to score 50 points tonight against Sigma. Sigma with that record points haul, which would put them up unofficially to 1,560 points. And basically, if we look at the Expendables, and if they were to finish how they have, the Expendables will manage to get up in front of Archery War and put themselves into 6th on the table, and that will pretty much mean a matchup, a rematch of tonight's first race for our first minor semi-final next week. The THD Rebels coming up unofficially against the Expendables, as they have unofficially leapfrogged Archery War by about 70 points. I believe that margin's going to be. Quick maths. Well, I'm looking at my other screen here, and yeah, the Kamikazes, well, they are going to finish on 1,475 points unofficially. EDR will finish on 1,510 in 8th. Unofficially, Archery War will finish 1,560 points in 7th. And they will race in the last week for 8th and 7th against the EDR team. But yeah, finalising of those protests to go. One thing that we can pretty much lock in, and that is going to be that the KSR Speed Nation team, they will be racing the THD Warhawks. The outcome of this race does not matter at all for either team. Fastlane, they are looking for a race win, I believe, to get themselves back up into 2nd on the table. Is momentarily passed by the Rebels. It's all the same, Darren. We stay on the same track for the whole series, just so it's even for everyone. Everyone races the same, or you know, everyone races each team on the same track with the same conditions at the same time, basically. All the servers are set identical. We start with 70% track wear in the first race, and that obviously continues over into each one. But of course, yeah, those bottom 3 teams, they will be seen next week in that 8:30 to 9 o'clock slot, and that should be some epic racing between the Kamikazes, EDR, and unofficially Archery War. Keep saying unofficial because, yeah, we got those protests to go over, obviously. I think they're both fairly clear cut, so see the outcome of that. Fastlane will be up on pole for our first race of the night. Fastlane not needing a whole lot of points to get themselves up in front of the Rebels. Unofficially 2,860 for the THD Rebels. And fast lane coming into this now, 2,675 points, so 125 points, I believe, is the margin required. Something like that. Getting late in the comms box. It is too much maths at this time of the night as we get set for the first race here between the Warhawks and Fastlane. The United States in the chat just in time to see the last race or the last matchup of the night. Surely you can muster enough people to maybe get a bit of international flavour into the next season that we run of the Teams League. How good would that be? Team USA lining up against these teams as we get set to go. First race. Oh, that was an interesting start, to say the least. But it is Fabish out to the early lead. The 59er Smith comes under fire from Lockie Brett, who turns him around. And 1-2 early stages make it 1-2-3 as Kempy puts the bumper in on Stanley, turns him around. And are we missing B Party tonight? Surely not. Surely not, as Fabish leads it out. We're following the 98 here of Michael Kemp for the Warhawks. Sits P3. Going to have some block cars line and wait for the Warhawks. Or are they all out there running, trying to score points at the moment? Certainly looks to be the case for the Warhawks team. The 95 of Fabish carrying on out front. Lockie Brett sits P2. Kempy back in third, still being chased down here by Josh Murdens in the 35. Wayne Van Biljon out there still circulating, so is Smith. And here goes Westbury's a bit of a lone defender at the moment. It's not going to be much joy taking on three cars. Stanley running at the block for the lead cars at the moment. Nice job on the 59 there, turns him around, and Smith facing the wrong way now. It's 1-2-3 for the fast lane team. Stanley there just clearing the way to perfection. Oh, back up on the track. And who was that? The 95 possibly of Westbury. So take that. As Kempy goes through. Here's Murdens. Wayne Van Biljon goes through as well. He sits P5 at the moment. But fast lane. Got about 4 laps to go in this one. Big right turn from Westbury. He's going to get the race leader too. Turns him around. And here comes the 98 of Kemp. Looking to move himself up into P2 here. He just gets caught by Fabish and turned around. And now Murdens through. Then Smith does a great job. Wayne Van Biljon, he'll carry on running here. Lockie Brett though leads the way. It's Stanley clearing the way for him. And again, the teamwork from this fast lane team coming together nicely. Smith, he's parked across the track. It's a going again, but race one, white flag in the air for your race leader, the 39 of Brett. Big shot on the back of Westbury there. That was Stanley, I believe, clearing the way. And Kempy comes in too. It says take that. But out front for the race win, it's going to be the 39 of Lockie Brett. Gets it done from Murdens. Wayne Van Biljon, he will grab third for the Warhawks. Stanley, after clearing the way, will come home in fourth, and Mitch Fabish, he will round out the field in fifth, and that is a dominating win there for Fastlane. 170.25 in the first lane. First race. Is Fabish running illegal numbers? I can't believe we don't have no B party in the house tonight. The 13, he has been a machine over previous weeks. Maybe they've got him locked away, keeping him ready for the big races, which get underway next week. Of course, we'll get our minor semi-finals in first, and that shaping up at the moment. We should see the Rebels up against the Expendables in the first matchup. Then it'll be a KSR coming up against the Warhawks in the second minor semi-final. And we will look to have a bit of a break, and the winners of those minor semi-finals will then go on to race Sigma and Fastlane in the major semi-finals to find out who will race on the final night for the championship. Odds on, I would say the bookies would probably at this point have Fastlane and Sigma as your favourites to meet in the final. I tell you what, if I can do anything lately, it's a commentator's curse. Last night we found that out. Have I just done that to Fastlane or Sigma? We'll have to find out next week. I think nearly every person we mentioned last night on the stream for the NSCAR Cup race ended up in the fence or out of the race somehow. As we get going here, race number 2. Westbury off the front this time. Is going to look to try and slow things down possibly. But Lockie Brett, he'll have none of it. Turns him around. Just like that. 1-2. Early stages for the Fastlane team. To another great start. Kempy though, he'll be charging hard in P3. Trying to track them down. Westbury. Looks like Wayne Van Biljon's been held up here as well. So plenty going on. Westbury looking to put the 21 up on the pole line. He's not going to be able to do it. Gets turned around. Hooks reverse. The race leaders, they will go through again. The 39 leads the way. 95 for Fabish. Sits P6 at the moment, putting the bumper to work this time. Oh, Kempy's around. The 98, he will not be liking that. The Fastlane team are looking strong here. I think it's a 95. It looks like a 95 to me. It's definitely a 95, yeah? Keep it up, yeah, of course. Great result for yourself, Ben. He was happy with it. He was happy with all the curses being thrown out. I think at one point Matt Heldon literally said Michael Kemp, and Kempy went into the fence. So, yeah, they were being thrown out left, right, and centre. Oh, check that car out there. I think that must be the 59 of Smith. That thing has seen better days. Heavy damage to that car. And at the moment, 8 laps in. It's Fastlane, 1 and 2. KSR here, they will be eyeing up their opposition for next week, the Warhawks. At the moment, circulating away, they are locked into 5th on the table. Nothing below can pass them or have scored enough points to get past them. KSR would have locked away 4th on the table. I can tell you after the first race, Fastlane, they have taken 2nd on the table, back away from the Rebels. There's Murden still out front in the 35, leading it from Lockie Brett back in 2nd. I'll tell you what, if you haven't caught his big end-for-end rollover on Tuesday night, it is worth going to have a look at. Go find the Kiwi Sim Racing stream from a Tuesday. It was in the first sprint race and absolutely spectacular. Had 3 rollovers in the first race of the season. You gotta love it. We certainly do in the comms box, but this one here, it's like fast lane. Tracking well here, another 1-2 finish. Murdens will grab the win. Lockie Brett in a rather beaten up 39. He will steer that car home and grab second. Kempe will take third. Westbury will take fourth, and Stanley will round out the field 150 to 45 unofficially to fast lane in the second matchup between these two teams. 9 on the lap scoring, is it? Oh, it is 2. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Yeah. Possibly, oh, I know exactly why that's done that. Because Westbury's must have got into the server before him. Yeah. There you go, Tomo's onto it. And of course they will have the numbers set on the cars, I assume. Yeah, get amongst it. The prediction. Got our last race of the night coming at you. The Warhawks fast lane. Can the Warhawks get an upset win here? They're gritting up now. Kempe in the 98. Can he grab a win here for the Warhawks as they venture into the minor semi-finals next week to take on that Kiwi Sim Racing Speed Nation team? That is going to be a huge matchup. And well, the Expendables, they showed they could turn it on with just 3 drivers tonight. Can they have a full team for that minor semi-final, unofficially, of course, against the Rebels? Well, for the final time in the round robin races, we will bring the cars around and we will get underway. Final race tonight. Don't forget, Monday night, we bring you the Virtual Racing Aotearoa National Midget Car title. Get amongst it. Should be an absolute ripper night of racing. Have not had confirmation whether that's over 1 or 2 nights as yet. Waiting on entry numbers. We'll decide whether that is 1 or 2 nights. Below 60, I believe we go 1 night only deal. That'll be Monday night. So get amongst it. And if it is a 1 night deal, we will be back into round 2 of the IndyCars at Kiwi Sim Racing. 25k on fast lane. There you go. Here we go. Last car lines up on the grid. It's going to be the 98 at Kemp. We're about to go racing for the final time tonight. Set to go. And Murdens and Smith go in before turn 1. And fast lane again, just they are reading this to perfection. Fabish out to an early lead. Lockie Brett chasing him down, and can guarantee the 98 is just going to absolutely send it this race. He's got the 95 of Westbury with him, so a better start to this one. Can one of the block cars take care of Mitch Fabish here? Just needs to hold him up a bit. You can see the 59 of Smith up ahead. He's going to get cleaned up here. Turns him around. And that'll free it up for Fabish to go through. Will continue on leading, and just like that, he's got to get on the brakes. Kempe coming through in the 98. Westbury Look to go round the outside. No, he's just a bit cautious at the moment, all this. Fabish will be getting away out front. And there goes Westbury. Oh, Kempy's got it for the big shot. And he has eliminated himself. The 98 gone from the final race. But he's done it 2 weeks in a row now. Linskins from the 98. Fabish in the 95/9 leads the way from Stanley. Check out the damage to the 39 of Lockie Brett. That thing has seen better days, but you can guarantee he will continue to throw everything at it as he holds up Westbury there. So Wayne Van Biljon, he has got a job on his hands here. Smith, he's still out there trying to hold up the race leader, no luck. And Fabish at the moment is having it all his way. About to lap the lead runner for the Warhawks. Wayne Van Biljon, he gets half spun. Fabish has got the 59 of Smith to deal with, does a great job. Turns him around and he will carry on. Oh, Wayne Van Biljon looked to have a shot, got out of shape. And no good. But it is Fabish who leads it. Stanley in the 21 sits P2, tracking down Wayne Van Biljon. We're going to put him a lap down as well. Both the lead fast lane cars now with a lap in hand. It's Wayne Van Biljon, your lead Warhawk car's got that 39 to deal with. Lockie Brett, that thing is hardly turning or anything, but he's still able to do a decent enough job holding up the lead Warhawk car. And oh, look out, Wayne. Oh, he's going to have to loop there. Let him go. Fabish will get the white flag, just one to go. And fast lane, they are on form again. 1-2 finish. And it looks like another third and fourth for the Warhawks. Again, unofficially, 150. Will go against 45 here. So a big points haul, 470 unofficially to 115 points to the Warhawks. And well, another fantastic night of racing. We will put the heads together, decide an outcome from that first race, and keep an eye on my Facebook page, THD Simsports Productions, for the updates on the points and upcoming semi-finals. If everything does stay the same, it will be, of course, the Rebels taking on the Expendables in the first minor semi, and then KSR taking on the Warhawks. Winners go through to face Sigma and Fastlane in the major semi-finals from 9 o'clock next Thursday night. And don't forget that server at 8:30 next Thursday night. If you're tuning in, you want to get into a bit of a fun race. The bottom three teams are going to be in a server from 8:30 till 9 o'clock. Anybody is welcome to join it. You just need to be part of my league, and you can find that through my Facebook page. So go give that a follow. If you're not following the channel yet, make sure you hit the follow button. And we will see you all back Monday night for some midget car action. Until that, have a great weekend. Up the mighty Chiefs. And we will see you all Monday.